Good morning, good afternoon, and the evening across this great wide world of ours. Today, excuse me, my throat's real dry today. Today, I want to talk about. I read a book quite a while back called "On My Iceberg Is Melting" by Thomas Broncotter, and more or less the book is about the sense of urgency. And when I talk about this sense of urgency, it's about planning and etc. Today, for instance, I went to the grocery store, and for the most part, uh, when I was downtown, took the bus around, and what I found is, and it's kind of we got the remains of Helena outside here in Cincinnati. What I found is a lot of people would wait on the bus, but they wouldn't have their money ready. They would be disarrayed, and yet they were still waiting in time for the bus. So I thought, shouldn't you be prepared when the bus comes? Because, I guess again, folks, I'm sorry, they felt disheveled, disoriented, and it wasn't just one or two; it was quite a few people. So, in other words, you have to be prepared for things, and the issue for me becomes when we look at this, people lack that sense of urgency, and it's like I was talking in my other videos on my channel on Native Americans. Is you got to empower people. In other words, you've got to self-empower them and hold them accountable. And I think this post-COVID is that we don't hold people accountable. They don't want to. They want a daily existence, and not really want a better life for themselves or for other members of the family. And it's a concerning issue with me is that there were a lot of people, and a lot of this, folks, occurs in low economic communities across here in Cincinnati. It's not just one area I've seen this in. I've seen it in quite a few areas where there's low economic growth and where they're low on the social statute of life. And, and I believe I wouldn't say myself I consider myself more of a libertarian than I do consider myself anything like a Marxist or anything, because you just can't it's just like I was saying on you just can't hand people stuff because the majority of people will mess it up or they'll spend the money. It's like giving people money that, that for, say, for people that are on disability and they get a certain amount, you just can't hand it to them without doing some empowerment and training on that, because I really honestly believe not a lot of people, they lack that. And I think a lot of people want to be on the dole, and necessarily that are on the dole maybe not necessarily need to be on the dole. And they use excuses to be on the dole without the government's issue of trying to empower them. And there again, I'm not saying it's wrong and I'm not saying it's right. It's just the issue becomes we need to train people to be more empowered by themselves and to better their lives and better their family's life. So in other words, what we got in a lot of communities here in Cincinnati is people, as much as I was talking about the reservations, my other video, is that we have this hopelessness mentality that are occurring in these low-income neighborhoods, and we need to rechange that focus. And part of this is that we've had lately is poor leadership on both sides, and the issue becomes changing that concept into helping people and better their lives. And then I'm not a component of handing more people out, like I said. It's like people who win the lottery. Majority of them are broke within 5 to 7 years because they have the mentality, I'm poor, I can't handle this, and I'm poor, so that becomes the issue. So anyway, the issue here I wanted to talk about is we need to empower people more and to better their lives, and not necessarily to give them more chances to better their lives. And I'm a big component of education, education, education. And just because my mentality is, for instance, I'm never settled, or I'm never happy, because I really always want to go more and more, and that tends to be an issue with a lot of people, because a lot of people, I know a few people that are complacent. I remember there's one individual when I worked a sales job that he was just happy he got $30, $40, $50 a day, because it's enough to give him a little bit of food and cigarettes. And then there were other people that was doing the sales job, for instance myself, that would want to achieve more in life. So, and this is a time, long in time, because it's the same way with anything in life. You're going to want to make more out of your life. And it was like when I was a landscaper, I worked for I shouldn't say a landscaper, but I don't know what the word I'm looking for. A groundskeeper that always wanted to do more than that, and got involved with professional ground management societies and everything like that, because I wanted to learn more. And then when I became a forester, I got involved with the arborist society, et cetera, et cetera. So it was these professional networks that would make me better as a person. And the issue becomes that, I'm not, more or less, not the norm. I'm more of like 95, 98% of the people would not do that. And I am always questing or intriguing more about things in life. So, but we have to create this fire underneath people that, that they need to educate more. And it's my concern too. Like, I've been downtown before, and when school gets out, a lot of kids stay downtown, and not, especially on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and not necessarily go home and do their homework, which is a big issue in my mind. It's especially since my public school system. Are we here to educate, or as I watched a video the other night about somebody was saying that as a teacher they felt like they were babysitting more than teaching, and I think that's where we've lost a lot of focus on things too, is where it's not so much being proactive in teaching. So anyway, these are just some food for thought. So in other words, what we need to do is empower people, and the big three things is educate, educate, educate. Anyway, please like and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to reach out to me at bthomasmillerpsych@gmail.com. Trying to make a video next week. I'm kind of caught up on things, but I've got a couple things I want to do. So anyway, I hope to talk to you soon, and have a great day.